5 signs of a man's true love. True love is not just words whispered in moments of passion. It's the silent actions that stand the test of time. When a man truly loves, his heart speaks not through grand gestures alone, but through the consistent, quiet signals he sends out daily. Recognizing true love isn't about looking for perfection, but seeing the depth of commitment, respect, and vulnerability. Here are 5 signs of a man's true love. When a man truly loves, his listening transcends the ordinary and becomes an act of deep connection. It's more than hearing words, it's about understanding the heart behind them. This form of listening isn't passive, it's an active, intentional process that involves his full presence. He doesn't just nod in agreement or offer surface-level responses. He engages with your thoughts, feelings, and experiences in a way that makes you feel seen and valued. This kind of listening goes beyond simply remembering your favorite color or what you had for breakfast. It's about remembering the stories you've shared, the dreams you've whispered, and the fears you've confided. Each detail matters to him because you matter to him. True listening and love creates an environment where you feel safe to express yourself openly. You don't hold back your thoughts or hide your emotions, knowing he's there not to judge but to understand. His attentiveness invites you to share your world with him, whether it's your joys, frustrations, or vulnerabilities. He listens with an empathy that allows him to step into your shoes, to feel your happiness and your pain as if they were his own. This emotional connection forms a bond that words alone could never build. It's in the quiet moments when you're speaking about something seemingly insignificant that his love is revealed. He remembers those small things you mentioned in passing, bringing them up later in a way that shows he's been paying attention all along. Listening with intent also means he's not just waiting for his turn to speak. He's fully present in the conversation, not distracted by his phone or lost in his own thoughts. His focus is on you and you can feel it. There's a warmth and sincerity in his attention that reassures you of his genuine care. He's not just hearing the words, he's listening for the meaning behind them. He picks up on the emotions in your voice, the unspoken feelings, and the nuances of your expression. When you talk about your day, he doesn't dismiss it as small talk. He asks follow-up questions, showing interest in the details. He wants to know not just what happened, but how you felt about it. His questions aren't intrusive, they're invitations for you to share more, to let him in a little deeper. This kind of listening builds a foundation of trust and intimacy. It shows you that your thoughts and feelings matter to him, that he values your perspective and wants to understand you better. In a world where people often listen to respond rather than to understand, this kind of attentiveness is rare and precious. It's a sign of respect and a reflection of the depth of his love. He's not trying to fix your problems or offer unsolicited advice. Sometimes he knows all you need is for someone to listen. He provides that space for you to be heard, knowing that sometimes being listened to is the most powerful form of support. When conflicts arise, his listening becomes even more important. He doesn't shut down or dismiss your feelings. Instead, he listens to understand your point of view, even when it's difficult. He doesn't interrupt or become defensive. He gives you the space to express yourself fully. His goal isn't to win the argument, but to find common ground. He listens with a willingness to see things from your perspective, to acknowledge his own shortcomings, and to grow together. This kind of listening fosters healthy communication and deepens the emotional connection between you. Listening with intent also means he's attuned to the things you don't say. He notices when you're quiet or when your tone changes. He picks up on the subtle signs that something might be bothering you, even if you haven't voiced it yet. His awareness of these unspoken cues shows that he's not just paying attention to your words, but to you as a whole person. This level of attentiveness creates a sense of emotional security. You know that even in silence, he's there, tuned in to your needs and feelings. Over time, this deep listening transforms the relationship. It builds a reservoir of shared experiences and understanding that strengthens the bond between you. It creates a space where you can be vulnerable, knowing that you're truly heard and valued. It's not about grand gestures or dramatic declarations. It's in these small, consistent acts of attentiveness that true love is revealed. His listening becomes a mirror, reflecting back to you the worth and significance he sees in you. In essence, when a man listens with intent, he's showing you that your voice matters. He's communicating that your thoughts, feelings, and experiences are important to him. This kind of listening isn't just a skill, it's an expression of love. It's a way of saying, without words, that you are seen, valued, and cherished. It's in this quiet, attentive presence that the depth of his love is most profoundly felt. When a man truly loves, his presence during difficult times becomes the most profound expression of his commitment. Love is often celebrated in moments of joy, but its true depth is tested when life presents challenges. In those times, his actions reveal the strength of his heart and the sincerity of his feelings. True love doesn't retreat in the face of adversity, it stands firm, offering support, understanding, and unwavering loyalty. His steadfast presence becomes a beacon of reassurance, a silent promise that he won't abandon you when things get tough. This consistency isn't about grand gestures or dramatic declarations, it's about showing up, again and again, in the quiet moments when you need him most. Adversity has a way of revealing character. When life is easy, it's simple to be kind, patient, and attentive. But when difficulties arise, whether it's personal struggles, external pressures, or unexpected crises, the true nature of a person's love becomes clear. A man who truly loves you doesn't see these moments as inconveniences, he sees them as opportunities to demonstrate his commitment. He understands that being there for you in tough times isn't just about solving problems, it's about standing by your side, offering strength and solidarity. His presence becomes a source of comfort, a reminder that you're not alone, no matter how difficult the situation. In times of struggle, his support goes beyond words. He doesn't offer empty platitudes or superficial reassurances. He listens, empathizes, and takes action when needed. He recognizes that sometimes what you need isn't advice or solutions, but simply someone to be there to hold your hand, to share your burden, to let you know that he's not going anywhere. His love is a steady presence, a quiet strength that you can lean on when your own feels depleted. He's there to share the weight of your worries, to offer a shoulder to cry on, and to remind you of your own resilience when you start to doubt it. This kind of support requires vulnerability on his part. It means facing the discomfort of seeing someone he loves in pain and resisting the urge to fix everything. It means acknowledging that he can't always make the situation better, but he can make it more bearable by standing beside you. His willingness to face these moments with you shows a depth of emotional maturity and courage. It's easy to be present when things are going well, but true love demands presence when things are falling apart. It's in these moments that you see the depth of his character and the sincerity of his commitment. His support during tough times also reflects a deep level of respect. He doesn't see your struggles as a burden, he sees them as a part of the journey you're on together. He respects your emotions, even when they're raw and difficult. He doesn't dismiss your feelings or tell you to just get over it. Instead, he validates your experience, acknowledging the reality of what you're going through. This respect creates a safe space where you can be honest about your pain and fears, knowing that he won't judge you or walk away. In difficult times, love becomes a partnership. He doesn't see himself as a hero coming to rescue you. He sees himself as an equal partner, standing with you, sharing the struggle. This partnership means that he's willing to make sacrifices, to put aside his own comfort or convenience to be there for you. These sacrifices aren't about grand gestures, they're often small, everyday choices that show his priorities. It might mean staying up late to talk when you're feeling overwhelmed, even when he has an early morning. It might mean taking on extra responsibilities to ease your burden. These acts of support are quiet but powerful, showing that your well-being matters to him more than his own comfort. His presence during tough times also strengthens the bond between you. Shared adversity has a way of deepening connections. When you face challenges together, you build a foundation of trust and resilience. You see each other at your most vulnerable, and in that vulnerability, you find a deeper connection. His willingness to stand by you, to face the difficulties head-on, creates a sense of security that goes beyond words. You know that you can rely on him, not just when things are good, but when things are hard. This reliability fosters a sense of emotional safety, allowing the relationship to grow in ways that superficial connections never can. True love in difficult times is also about patience. He understands that healing and growth take time, and he doesn't pressure you to move on or get over it quickly. He gives you the space to process your emotions at your own pace, offering support without imposing his own timeline. His patience is a testament to his respect for your journey and his understanding that true love isn't about control, it's about support. Ultimately, his presence during tough times shows that his love is not conditional. It's not based on convenience or fleeting emotions. It's a deep, enduring commitment that doesn't waver when life gets hard. This kind of love is rare and precious. It's easy to find someone who will celebrate with you in the good times, but finding someone who will stand by you in the storms, that's the true measure of love. His unwavering support in adversity is more than a sign of his love, it's the very essence of it. True love is not about possession or control, it's about nurturing and respecting each other's individuality. When a man truly loves, he recognizes that you are a unique person with your own dreams, passions, and identity. He doesn't try to mold you into someone who fits his idea of perfection. Instead, he celebrates your authenticity and encourages you to be the best version of yourself. This respect for your individuality is one of the most profound expressions of love, because it shows that he values you not just for what you bring to the relationship, but for who you are at your core. He understands that true love is not about two people becoming one at the expense of their identities. It's about two people growing together while maintaining their distinct selves. In a healthy relationship, both partners should feel free to pursue their passions and interests. A man who loves you deeply will support your dreams, even if they don't align perfectly with his own. He doesn't see your goals as a threat to the relationship, but as an essential part of who you are. Whether it's a career ambition, a creative passion, or a personal goal, he stands beside you, offering encouragement and support. He doesn't belittle your aspirations or try to steer you toward a path that suits him better. Instead, he takes pride in your accomplishments and celebrates your successes as if they were his own. This kind of support creates a foundation of mutual respect and trust, where both partners feel empowered to chase their dreams without fear of judgment or resentment. Respecting individuality also means recognizing that you are more than just his partner. You have your own identity, separate from the relationship, and he values that. He doesn't expect you to lose yourself in the process of loving him. Instead, he encourages you to maintain your friendships, pursue your hobbies, and continue growing as an individual. He understands that a healthy relationship is made up of two whole people who choose to share their lives, not two halves trying to complete each other. This perspective allows both of you to flourish, creating a dynamic where you can inspire and challenge each other to grow. When a man truly loves, he doesn't feel threatened by your independence. Some people equate love with dependence, believing that being needed is the ultimate proof of affection. But true love is not about creating dependence, it's about fostering interdependence. He wants you to be strong and self-sufficient, because he knows that a relationship built on mutual respect and shared strength is far more powerful than one based on neediness. He admires your independence and sees it as a sign of your strength, not a threat to his role in your life. This admiration creates a partnership where both of you can thrive, knowing that you are together by choice, not necessity. In moments of growth and change, his love becomes even more evident. Life is a journey of constant evolution, and true love involves supporting each other through these changes. He doesn't resist your growth or try to hold you back because it threatens his comfort zone. Instead, he embraces the journey with you, adapting and growing alongside you. He understands that change is a natural part of life and that the person you are today is not the same person you will be in 5 or 10 years. His love is flexible and dynamic, capable of evolving as you do. This willingness to grow together creates a relationship that is resilient and enduring, capable of weathering the challenges that life inevitably brings. His respect for your individuality also manifests in the way he communicates. He values your opinions and listens to your perspectives, even when they differ from his own. He doesn't dismiss your ideas or try to impose his views on you. Instead, he engages in open, honest dialogue, seeking to understand your point of view. This kind of communication fosters a sense of equality and mutual respect. You don't feel the need to hide your true thoughts or feelings because you know he values them. This openness creates a deeper connection, allowing you both to feel seen and understood. In a loving relationship, differences are not seen as obstacles but as opportunities for growth. A man who respects your individuality understands that your differences are what make you unique. He doesn't try to change you to fit his expectations. Instead, he embraces your uniqueness. He sees your differences as strengths, bringing new perspectives and experiences to the relationship. This acceptance creates an environment where both of you can be your authentic selves without fear of judgment or rejection. True love also involves giving each other space. He understands that being in a relationship doesn't mean being together every moment of the day. He respects your need for solitude, personal time, and space to reflect and recharge. This respect for boundaries shows a deep level of trust and understanding. He knows that taking time for yourself doesn't mean you love him any less, it means you are taking care of your own well-being, which ultimately strengthens the relationship. This balance between togetherness and individuality creates a healthy, sustainable dynamic where both partners can thrive. Ultimately, his respect for your individuality is a reflection of his love. It shows that he sees you as a whole person, not just a partner or an extension of himself. He values your uniqueness and wants you to continue growing, even if that growth takes you in unexpected directions. This kind of love is rare and powerful. It's not about possession or control, it's about freedom and support. It's about two people who choose to walk together, not because they need each other to survive, but because they enrich each other's lives. When a man truly loves you, his actions will consistently align with his words. This alignment is one of the most profound indicators of genuine love because it demonstrates integrity, sincerity, and deep respect for the relationship. Words can be easily spoken, but actions require effort, intention, and commitment. When a man's actions consistently back up his promises, it reveals the authenticity of his feelings and his dedication to building a meaningful connection. This consistency creates a foundation of trust, providing you with the reassurance that his love is not just a fleeting emotion but a steadfast commitment. Promises made in the heat of the moment can be tempting, and it's easy for someone to say what they think you want to hear. Words can paint beautiful pictures of the future, filled with grand plans and heartfelt declarations. However, true love goes beyond words, it is reflected in everyday actions. A man who truly loves you doesn't just talk about how much he cares, he shows it through his behavior. He follows through on his commitments, no matter how small they may seem. Whether it's a promise to call, an offer to help with something important to you, or a pledge to be there during difficult times, he ensures his words are backed by action. This consistency in action builds a sense of security. You don't have to second guess his intentions or wonder if he means what he says, because his behavior reinforces his words. For example, if he promises to support you in pursuing a personal goal, he doesn't just offer empty encouragement, he takes tangible steps to help you achieve it. He might listen as you share your plans, offer practical advice, or simply stand by your side as you navigate challenges. His support is not passive, it is active and intentional, reflecting his genuine investment in your well-being. When a man's actions match his words, it also demonstrates emotional maturity. True love requires more than just expressing feelings, it requires demonstrating those feelings through consistent behavior. This means showing up even when it's inconvenient or difficult. It means honoring commitments, even when the initial excitement has worn off. Emotional maturity involves understanding that love is not just about grand gestures, it's about the small, everyday actions that show care and consideration. It's about being reliable, dependable, and honest even when no one is watching. This kind of consistency requires a deep level of self-awareness and integrity. Consistency in actions also reflects respect. When a man truly loves you, he respects you enough to be honest and transparent. He doesn't make promises he can't keep, and he doesn't say things just to placate you. His words carry weight because he understands that empty promises can erode trust. Respect means valuing your feelings and understanding the impact of his actions. He knows that trust is built over time through consistent behavior, and he is committed to earning and maintaining that trust. This respect creates a healthy dynamic where you feel valued, heard, and secure. In a world where words are often used carelessly, actions become the true measure of a person's character. A man who truly loves you understands this. He knows that his actions are a reflection of his integrity and his commitment to the relationship. He doesn't just say he loves you, he shows it in countless ways. He listens to you with genuine interest, remembers the things that are important to you, and makes an effort to contribute to your happiness. These actions might seem small, but they speak volumes. They demonstrate that he is paying attention, that he cares about your needs and desires, and that he is willing to put in the effort to nurture the relationship. When challenges arise, his actions become even more telling. It's easy to say I'm here for you when everything is going well, but true love is tested in difficult moments. A man who truly loves you doesn't disappear when things get tough. He doesn't make empty promises to avoid discomfort. Instead, he stands by you, offering support and understanding. His actions during these times reveal the depth of his commitment. He shows up, not because it's easy, but because he genuinely cares. This kind of reliability creates a foundation of trust and security, allowing the relationship to grow and thrive. Consistency in actions also fosters open communication. When a man's behavior aligns with his words, it creates an environment where you can feel safe expressing your own thoughts and feelings. You know that he values honesty and integrity, so you don't have to hide your true self. This openness strengthens the connection between you, creating a relationship built on mutual respect and understanding. You don't have to play games or second-guess his intentions because his actions speak for themselves. Ultimately, a man's actions reveal his priorities. When he consistently follows through on his promises, it shows that you are a priority in his life. He makes time for you, invests in the relationship, and demonstrates through his behavior that he values you. True love is not about grand gestures or empty words, it's about showing up, day after day, with consistency and intention. His actions reflect his commitment, his respect, and his genuine affection. In the end, love is not just about what someone says, it's about what they do. Words can be beautiful, but actions are the true language of love. A man who truly loves you understands this. He knows that his behavior is the most powerful expression of his feelings. He doesn't just talk about love, he lives it. Through his consistent actions, he shows you that his love is real, reliable, and enduring. This consistency creates a relationship built on trust, respect, and genuine connection, a love that stands the test of time. When a man truly loves you, he is committed to your emotional well-being and actively listens to you. Listening is more than just hearing words, it involves understanding, empathizing, and responding thoughtfully. This deep level of engagement shows his respect, care, and genuine interest in your feelings and experiences. True listening is one of the most profound signs of love because it requires presence, patience, and a willingness to connect on an emotional level. It shows that he values not just what you say, but who you are as a person. In a world full of distractions, the act of truly listening is rare. Many people hear without truly paying attention, often waiting for their turn to speak or formulating responses in their minds while the other person is talking. But when a man loves you, he listens with his full attention. His focus is on you, not on his phone, the television, or his own thoughts. He maintains eye contact, gives you his undivided attention, and shows through his body language that he is fully present. This level of attentiveness makes you feel seen and heard, which is one of the most validating experiences in any relationship. It conveys that your thoughts and feelings matter to him, creating a sense of safety and emotional intimacy. Listening goes beyond simply understanding the words you say. It involves tuning into your emotions. When you share something important, he doesn't dismiss your feelings or rush to offer solutions. Instead, he takes the time to understand what you're going through. He listens to the emotions behind your words, picking up on subtle cues that indicate how you truly feel. If you're upset, he doesn't downplay your emotions or tell you how you should feel. Instead, he acknowledges your pain and offers empathy. This kind of listening shows emotional intelligence and a deep capacity for compassion. A man who truly loves you will also create space for you to express yourself without fear of judgment. He encourages you to share your thoughts, dreams, and concerns, knowing that open communication is essential for a healthy relationship. He doesn't interrupt or dismiss your ideas, even if they differ from his own. Instead, he values your perspective and seeks to understand it. This open dialogue fosters a sense of equality and mutual respect. You don't have to hide your true thoughts or feelings because you know he values them. This openness creates a deeper connection, allowing you both to feel seen and understood. Listening is an active process, and a man who loves you demonstrates this through his responses. He doesn't just nod along or offer generic comments, he engages in meaningful conversations. He asks thoughtful questions that show he is genuinely interested in understanding your point of view. His responses reflect that he has been paying attention, and he remembers the details of what you share. Whether it's something as simple as remembering your favorite book or as significant as understanding your career aspirations, his attentiveness demonstrates that he values you. These small acts of remembering and responding create a sense of connection and trust, showing that he cares deeply about you. True listening also involves being there for you during difficult times. When you're going through a challenging experience, he doesn't shy away from the conversation or offer superficial comfort. He listens to you vent, cry, or express your fears without trying to fix everything immediately. He understands that sometimes you just need to be heard. His presence and willingness to listen provide a sense of support and comfort. You know that you can share your burdens with him, and he will hold that space for you. This kind of emotional support creates a foundation of trust, allowing you to feel safe and secure in the relationship. Listening also plays a crucial role in resolving conflicts. In any relationship, disagreements are inevitable. However, the way a man handles these moments reveals a lot about his love and commitment. A man who truly loves you will listen to your concerns during an argument, rather than becoming defensive or dismissive. He doesn't interrupt or try to dominate the conversation. Instead, he seeks to understand your point of view. He listens with an open mind, even when the conversation is difficult. This willingness to listen, even during tense moments, shows maturity and a deep respect for the relationship. It creates an environment where both partners feel heard and valued, making it easier to find common ground and work through challenges together. Moreover, a man who truly listens to you will use what he learns to support you better. He pays attention to your needs, desires, and boundaries, and he adjusts his behavior accordingly. If he knows something is important to you, he makes an effort to show that he cares. His actions reflect what he has learned from listening to you, demonstrating that he takes your words to heart. This kind of responsiveness shows that he is invested in your happiness and well-being. In a loving relationship, listening is one of the most powerful ways to show respect and care. It creates a deep emotional bond, allowing both partners to feel understood and valued. When a man truly listens to you, he is not just hearing your words, he is connecting with your heart. He is showing you that your thoughts and feelings matter to him and that he is committed to understanding and supporting you. This level of attentiveness and empathy is a clear sign of true love, creating a relationship built on trust, respect, and genuine connection. When a man truly loves you, he shows his commitment through his consistent actions, not just his words. These actions reflect his loyalty, dependability, and emotional investment in the relationship. While grand gestures may capture attention, it's the small, everyday behaviors that reveal the depth of his love. Genuine love is demonstrated through consistent effort, reliability, and a willingness to prioritize the relationship. These actions, repeated over time, create a foundation of trust and emotional security, showing that his love is not fleeting but steadfast and enduring. Consistency in actions means showing up, not just when it's convenient, but all the time. It's easy for someone to be present during good times when everything is going smoothly. But true love is tested during difficult moments. A man who truly loves you will stand by your side through challenges, offering support and reassurance. His commitment is unwavering, even when circumstances are tough. He doesn't make empty promises or offer hollow reassurances. Instead, he follows through on his commitments. This dependability creates a sense of stability and trust, allowing you to feel secure in the relationship. For example, if he promises to help you with something important, he doesn't forget or make excuses. He follows through because he understands that his actions reflect his respect and care for you. Whether it's something as simple as showing up on time or as significant as supporting you through a difficult situation, his consistency in action speaks volumes. It shows that he values you and takes the relationship seriously. This reliability builds a sense of safety, allowing you to trust that he will be there for you when you need him most. True love also involves consistency and emotional support. A man who loves you doesn't just offer comfort when it's easy, he is there for you during your most vulnerable moments. He listens, offers empathy, and provides reassurance. This emotional consistency creates a deep sense of connection and trust. You know that you can rely on him not just for practical support, but for emotional understanding. He doesn't withdraw or become distant when things get tough. Instead, he leans in, showing that he is committed to weathering challenges together. This emotional availability is one of the most powerful demonstrations of love because it requires vulnerability and a willingness to connect on a deeper level. Consistency also means being honest and transparent. A man who truly loves you values honesty because he understands that trust is the foundation of any strong relationship. He doesn't hide things or keep secrets. Instead, he communicates openly and honestly. This transparency shows respect and a commitment to building a relationship based on trust. When he makes a mistake, he takes responsibility and makes an effort to learn from it. His honesty creates an environment where you feel safe sharing your own thoughts and feelings, knowing that he values and respects your perspective. Another aspect of consistent action is showing respect for your boundaries and needs. A man who loves you doesn't just pay attention to his own desires, he makes an effort to understand and honor yours. He listens to what you need and adjusts his behavior accordingly. For example, if he knows that you value quality time, he makes an effort to prioritize that. If you need space or time for yourself, he respects that without becoming resentful or distant. This consideration shows that he values your well-being and is committed to creating a healthy, balanced relationship. Consistency in actions also extends to the way he treats you in public and private. A man who truly loves you doesn't put on a show for others. His behavior is consistent, regardless of who is watching. He treats you with kindness, respect, and affection, whether you're alone or in a crowd. This consistency shows that his love is genuine, not performative. It demonstrates that his feelings are real and not dependent on external validation. This kind of authenticity creates a strong sense of trust and emotional security, allowing you to feel confident in the relationship. True love is also about showing up in the small, everyday moments. It's easy to focus on grand gestures, but it's the consistent, small acts of love that build a strong foundation. Whether it's making you a cup of coffee in the morning, remembering important dates, or simply asking about your day, these small actions show that he is thinking of you. They demonstrate that he is invested in the relationship and willing to put in the effort to nurture it. These everyday acts of love create a sense of connection and intimacy, showing that his feelings are not just words but are reflected in his behavior. Consistency in actions also involves being supportive of your goals and dreams. A man who truly loves you wants to see you succeed and will actively support your aspirations. He doesn't feel threatened by your success or try to hold you back. Instead, he encourages you to pursue your passions. His support is not passive. He takes an active interest in your goals and offers practical help and emotional encouragement. This support shows that he values you as an individual and is committed to your growth and happiness. Ultimately, consistent actions reveal a man's true character and the depth of his love. Words can be easily spoken, but actions require effort and intention. A man who consistently shows up, follows through on his promises, and prioritizes your well-being is demonstrating his love in the most powerful way. His actions create a foundation of trust, respect, and emotional security, allowing the relationship to grow and thrive. True love is not just about grand gestures or fleeting emotions. It is about showing up day after day with consistency, integrity, and a genuine commitment to the relationship. This kind of love is enduring, creating a deep and lasting connection that stands the test of time.